Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Last Raider, and I am back again with another video. And today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to discuss the foundation of a good hero. Now, whether your hero is anti-hero, whether your hero is a true hero, sort of a dark hero, you have to have this one foundational structure. There's virtues to being a good hero, and you have to have these really good virtues. This here, I think, is the most foundational aspect of being a hero. Now, we're going to go to the movie Hercules from Disney. I know a lot of people are saying, well, wait a minute, that was a kid's movie. Well, the premise of the entire movie is what it takes to be a true hero. There's one virtue that makes a character a true hero. And you can actually get rid of several other virtues as long as you've got this one at times. You can actually do without a few of the others. But this one is the most important. And it's also one of the reasons I think that Marvel now unintentionally admits that they don't make heroes anymore, which I plan on doing a video on. Marvel now no longer calls them superheroes. They call them superpowered individuals. They're being so PC that they actually have admitted to the fact that they don't make heroes anymore. And I'll explain why. Because if you look at Captain Marvel, if you look at everyone else, none of these characters ever sacrifice anything. They have no self-sacrifice. They do not go out there and risk their lives or risk their relationships for anything. There was a Spider-Man cover back in the day. I think it was like either the 60s or 70s, where Spider-Man's fighting the Green Goblin right then. And Mary Jane is sitting there with Aunt May is just dying. And she's like, where is Peter Parker? His aunt is just dying right now. What could be so important that Peter Parker is missing his aunt in a time of need? And Spider-Man is outside fighting the Green Goblin while he has gotten an isotope that can save Aunt May's life. He's there for Aunt May, but he can't be in two places at once, so he's sacrificing something. It kind of also, that's where the concept of great power comes great responsibility comes from. That's why it rings so true with Spider-Man, because he sacrifices a lot. Spider-Man 2, if you want to see how much sacrifice you can put a hero through, Spider-Man 2 is a great movie to watch. Here on to Hercules. Hercules, the premise, if you haven't watched it, I do suggest you do. It's a good kids movie. It's a very good moral movie too. If you watch it, you'll see Hercules gets cursed as a child to be mortal, but he still maintains his godlike strength. And so in the movie, Hercules finds out from his father Zeus that all he has to do is he must prove that he is a true hero, and he will be able to return to his father and mother with the other gods. He will be a god. He will be immortal. Now, during this time, Hades is also making plans. Hades is the one that has cursed Hercules because he's got a plan to use the Titans to take over Olympus, and Hercules is the one force that stands in his way, the son of Zeus. So Hercules sets off to become a hero. He goes out and he beats the Hydra, he defeats lions, he defeats Centaur, he pretty much defeats every single monster. And there's a couple turning points in the movie. One is when he goes back to Zeus and he's telling him everything. He said, at some point in time, I'm going to eventually become a hero. And he said, well, son, I'm sorry. You've created a lot of great feats, but feats do not make a hero. And so Hercules has to figure out, well, dang, I've done all these great feats of strength. This doesn't make me a hero. What makes me a hero? And so he keeps going, he meets Megra. Meg works for Hades. Hades eventually uses Meg against him and gets him to give up his incredible strength, because to Hades, that's the one bit of Hercules that could defeat him. And so he makes a deal with Hades, loses his strength as long as Meg isn't hurt. Well, he goes off, Hades decides, we're going to have a little bit of extra insurance while I'm attacking the gods with the Titans. He takes one of the Titans, the Cyclops Titan, and sends him over there to, I think it's Thebes, I believe. Sends him over to destroy the city. Hercules shows up with no strength, manages to beat the Titan, but Meg ends up getting hurt in the process. Hercules gets his strength back. Even now, after facing the Cyclops without his strength, it does not make Hercules a hero yet. Because in this instance, Hercules is kind of, he's in a mopey point. He's decided, I don't have a woman. The woman I loved betrayed me. I might as well just head out there and fight no matter what. So he's almost suicidal. Hercules then flies on Pegasus. He goes up to Olympus, saves the gods, beats the Titans. Still, he is not a hero. He is not trying to be a hero. He is saving lives and bringing order just because. He is still committing massive feats of strength, but he has not proven himself to be a hero yet. He goes down to Hades, into the pits of hell. Meg is dead at this point. And he tells Hades he wants Meg back. And Hades tells him, he says, well, her spirit's down here in this pool. I tell you what, you just jump down on in there and get her. Hades, however, is screwing Hercules over. Because after Hercules jumps in, he calls back down. He says, by the way, you'll be dead before you even reach her. So Hercules is still swimming, realizes he's dying, could turn around at any moment and swim out with what life he has left. But he keeps going. He keeps swimming. He gets older. With every stroke, he gets older. With every push, he becomes a little bit more of a feeble man. Until finally, he reaches out with the last of his life and reaches for Meg, reaches for her spirit. And it's in that moment, because at the same time you're watching, it's a very good part of storytelling, because you're watching the whole time as the fates are fixing to slice his thread because his time has come. And right when they get ready to cut his thread, they snip the scissors and the scissors break. And they're like, what the heck? A thread that won't cut? It is because at this moment, Hercules sacrifices everything. Not for himself. Even the moment when he walks out to face the Cyclops, it is for Hercules. Hercules is going out to do this because he is a hero, and he believes he is a hero, and he must go out and face this threat no matter what. Hercules has no reason to go after Meg, other than he loves her. And his reason for self-sacrifice at this point is for the sake of her. Even at the Cyclops, when he, like I said, back to the point where he was at the Cyclops without any strength, this is not a moment of heroics. This is a moment of a guy saying, I just give up on life. I'm going to go out there and this is my last act. I'm going to fight this thing. No matter what, I don't care. He's almost suicidal at that point. That's not heroic. The moment where he has everything to live for, he still has a chance to be a hero. He's willing to sacrifice his chance at being a hero. He's willing to sacrifice his chances at love. He's willing to sacrifice everything just so that one woman can live again. And this is what makes him a hero and makes him a god. It's the really good payoff of the movie that enables him to become this great hero. It creates this great payoff. And this is how you make a good heroic character. You have to remember that a hero is kind of similar to, I want to say the movie, I'm going to say The Wrath of Khan. I'm believing that's what it is. Because in The Wrath of Khan, Spock sacrifices himself for the crew. And Jim asks him why. And Spock looks at him and says, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. It is a very simple mantra that a hero should stand by. If you have a hero, okay, put you in this situation, you have to ask yourself this question. If your hero has no powers, and they're trapped in an elevator that's about to fall, and one person has to go out of the elevator and open it. In other words, go up the top of the elevator, climb down to the bottom of it, and connect a wire. And that wire will open the door for 5 seconds. But you will not have enough chance to get back. Your hero, and there's 3 people in that elevator, one of them is your hero. They should do this for the simple sake that there are 2 other lives. A hero judges life equally. No one's life should be considered more important than others. Now, a hero will capture a villain, they will throw them in jail, they might beat him up a little bit, but they never make the notion of this person's life is worth any less than someone who has never done anything wrong. They will always save everyone's life. A very good example of this is Batman Under the Red Hood. At the very end, the Joker takes Black Mask and all of his minions, all of his henchmen, sticks him inside of a truck, pours gasoline on him, and lights it on fire. What's Batman do? Come in there and puts the fire out. Batman can very easily say, I didn't make it in time. The biggest mob boss in the city has been screwed. But Batman considers one life worth as much as everyone else's, even the Joker. I've never agreed with the concept of he would be worse than the Joker if Batman killed him. Batman, in my opinion, does not let the Joker live because of some moral platitude. It's like every other hero. Batman's kind of an anti-hero to some extent. That's his reason for letting the Joker live. Reality, Batman is like Superman to an extent. He wants the Joker to be healed. He wants him to be fixed. White Knight is a great example. The White Knight series is a great example of it. When Batman White Knight, because we see Batman deal with the Joker and Jack Napier, and in the process, Batman really wants to try and help the Joker. You can see it. He does not want the Joker. He doesn't want Jack to revert back to the Joker. He wants him to be normal. All of his hatred towards the Joker, everything the Joker has ever done, Batman doesn't have really a problem with it. He pities the Joker because the Joker is a broken human being. He's broken and messed up. So, in short, Batman is a lot like Superman. He wants to help people, but he's too much of a badass to admit it, right? To that extent. So yeah, I hope you guys got a good use out of my ramblings here. Hopefully I made some kind of sense. I've never done a video like this before, but hopefully everyone enjoys it. I'm still recovering from being sick. I had some laryngitis the other day. So, that wouldn't make a very good video. Me just sitting there trying to whisper like it's some sort of asthma or porn or something. Anyway, be sure to like the video if you liked it. Comment in the comments about what qualities, other virtues you think that a hero needs besides self-sacrificing. And as always, I'm the Last Raider. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay frosty. I'll see you guys next time.